This is so different from usually. Is it like the new version? Hello, Sienna. Thank you very much for tuning in. Yup. I mean, I don't even know how many people are gonna show up, so I don't know if I should wait before starting or whatnot. Hello, hi. Let me do my okay. Let me wait till we're like at least 5. No. I was gonna do my makeup, but you know. What is the latest movie I watched? Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Okay. I don't know if I should wait till there's at least like 5 people. I'm good, thank you. How are you? Thank you for tuning in. How's the sound quality? Yeah. Okay. Hello. What's up? Welcome. You know, I'm about to go in real deep because, you know, people have been asking and, you know, I'm ready. What's up? What are you doing? Okay. What's my favorite brand of laundry detergent? Good question. I don't know. Lenore? So, basically, what I'm going to be talking about is my experiences. Obviously, there have been some negative ones. We'll get into them, but also, it's also been very fun because there is a reason why I love going out in Seoul. So yeah, I don't want to be all negative. I want to like give a a balanced view, like my point of view of the things I've like I've experienced. So do you want the good or the bad first? I think I've prepared like how many story? Oh, 3 story times of like really you know disheartening situations I faced while on the night out in Korea. So I don't know. Choose the good or the bad first. Or should I just choose? Okay. I'm just posting it on my Insta. The bad. Oh, I hear the good first. Someone says the bad first. Someone else says the bad first. Well, I guess the bad wins unless someone else votes something else. Okay. So obviously I'm good. I picked out like the most disheartening situations, but okay, wow, I just need to dive into it. Let me drink some Fanta and just dive into it. So, like how Korea's nightlife is very, very popular, and it's popping, but you have a few issues. I don't know if you know about the Itaewon class drama. I don't know if you've ever heard about it. But there is a scene in the drama where this black guy in the film in the drama can't enter a club because they think he's African or like something like that. And when I saw that scene, it actually really hit me like, whoa! I almost shed a tear, to be fair, because it was like, wow, this happened to me several times on a night out in Korea. So I always wanted to talk about it, but I didn't really want to come across as a negative person and like only pointing out the stuff that is, negative. Because, I like seeing the good in the world. And obviously, it's not only been negative experiences. Of course, I've had like better times more than the bad times. But obviously, like, it's normal for us to retain the bad things. So the very first story is that was the first time I went to Korea, actually, back in 2015. And there's this club in Hongdae. I'm not going to name the club, but the very first thing I noticed was that they would let in locals. They would let locals in for free before a certain time. So they would all be lining up. And then when it came to the foreigners, they would be like, yeah, you have to pay, which is like, okay, yeah. I mean, it wasn't even that good of a club. So I was like, I'm out of here then. I can just go somewhere else that accepts me. Do you know what I mean? And this is like one of the very first encounters I had with these dubious terms to enter clubs. And then I went back to Korea in 2017, and I had no issues because I was always going to the same places. So, it was fine. It was fine. But it wasn't until last year that, things started going southways. Do you know what I mean? First of all, there is this club in... No, I can't give too much information because then you're going to know which club I'm talking about. But this club opened in Itaewon, and it has other branches. That's all I'm going to say. It has other branches in other, places in Seoul. That's all I'm going to say. If you know about it, you know about it. If you don't, come ask me privately or something like that. And so we're like, okay, basically I always hang out in Itaewon because that's like, I don't know, that fits my music choices better, you know what I mean? So we were on a night out with friends, and I remember us going to that club and thinking, oh, let's check it out because it's brand new, so we want to see what's up. And we arrive, and first of all, how do you call them? The security, the guy who checks your stuff, basically, and your ID. The bouncer, exactly, the bouncer. The bouncer, first of all, he's acting rude. When I tell you he's acting rude, in which sense? So he takes our identification, and like he's like tossing around. Like he took my friend's passport. My friend's like one of my friends was like French, and another one is like Moroccan. And like he took the French girl's like passport, and then like he was like, instead of putting it in her hand or something like that, he was like tossing it until it even fell. So we're already like triggered by that already. And then my Moroccan friend shows her passport, and they're like, yeah, we don't let Moroccan people in. And we're like, wow. But the way he said it like he wasn't even professional about it. He was like, like, you can't get in. Like he had an attitude, and it was not sitting well with us. But then again, we were like with a group of friends, and we're like, bruh, really? Nah, it really got on our nerves that he was acting so rude in the first place. And then also, like, you're not gonna let one person in on the grounds of like, oh yeah, this person is from this country. So we're like, wow. And then my friend had been facing issues here and there. So this was like the drop too much. This was like the drop that made everything overflow. So she was like, she was really emotional. She was crying, but probably not just because of that situation, but it was just like she had faced so many situations because of like prejudice towards her country and like stuff like that, that it was like that really like touched her. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't remember exactly what happened, but no one was happy that day. No one was happy that day. And I don't know how it happened. I think one of the friends that was with us, he's Korean, but Korean American. So, I think we called for the manager or something like that. The manager came out. Oof. Mm-mm. 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 The manager. Whoa! Oh my God! Woo! That one. Woo! See, listen, if I wasn't Christian, no, I'm not, it's not even Christian. If I wasn't a good person, who knows, I would have gotten cuffed because he was getting on nerves. I actually, to this day, I don't understand how I was able to stay, because he was so rude. Basically, he came out. My friend was trying to explain the situation. He was like, listen, like, we always go out, in Itaewon, la la la. It's never really been an issue. So yeah, why? And he started explaining that, like, Moroccan people, they're known to be stealing stuff, always like starting fights, and like and it always ends up at the police station. And then he said that the police station told them that, if instead of always ending up here, just don't let them in. So they actually went ahead and did that, which was really sad, because you can't put several people's actions and make it the fault of everyone else that comes from the same country. Do you know what I mean? It didn't sit right. And I didn't understand how it made perfect sense in his brain. I was like, how can you think this is a normal thing to do? Like, this is not it. So I tried to talk to him, I was negotiating and everything. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was trying to be negotiative and professional or whatnot. So because I speak Korean, and then, in times of like when the adrenaline rushes into you, you're Korean, like whatever language you're learning or whatever like language you think you don't like really speak completely, it just becomes perfect when when you're in the vibe. So I insert myself. Actually, I was there. I was sitting. I was next to him. I was just handling the situation. I mean, silently. I was supporting. But then when I saw that the situation was not going our way, I was like, okay, I think it's time for me to insert myself and start say stuff. And I think I was just saying that, like, it's never been an issue. Like, she doesn't represent the rest of her country or whatnot. Do you know what I mean? You can't do this and everything. And then I was also talking about how, the bouncer was really, really rude, and it didn't sit well with me. Do you know what I mean? It didn't sit well with me. And the guy, ooh, imagine, like, for people who know me, they know that when I speak, I have, my voice is really loud, but on purpose, so that he doesn't think, oh, the angry black girl stereotype. I was actually speaking like, you know, pace down. I was actually like trying to come over as very composed. And so I'm like, yeah, your first of all, your bouncer is rude, and I feel like it's unfair to not let her in, you know? Because think about it. It's just, it doesn't make sense because, you know, like there's other people who are also from Morocco, but they just happen to have a different type of passport. They could have a French passport, la la la, and they could get in. So are you really doing your deed? Do you know what I mean? And yeah, so then he starts attacking me. He starts attacking me. He starts screaming at me out of nowhere, like, bro, like, eh? And he starts saying, yeah, do you want me to get the bouncer and come and kneel for you and apologize for you? Like, who do you think you are? This is what you want? And I was like, bro, I was like, you know what? He got on my nerves. I was like, first of all, what are you screaming for? Like, what are you screaming for? Do you not hear me? Like, I'm speaking to you, like, do you know what I mean? Like, why are you attacking me for? And he's like, no, yeah, I'm not attacking you. No, no, no. Bro was defensive AF, and I was not sitting with it. And he was like, oh, yeah. And then I said, no, but I just feel like I'm not asking for you to drag him out of the club, because when the manager came out, the bouncer went downstairs. I think he ran away or something like that. And I was like, no, I'm not saying for him to come out and kneel and everything, but I just feel like he should be held responsible for the way that he treated us in the first place. And then he was not understanding that. And then he was like, no, but it's his first time working, la, la, la. He doesn't know, no, no, no. And I'm like, bro, I feel like if someone is going to get a job where they have to deal with customers, I feel like there is a basic, if they're front of house, I feel like there's basic manners they need to know, and basic, like, are we friends? Are we friends for you to be tossing our passports around? Are you friends for you to be tossing the passport and for it to be falling on the ground? Are we friends? Harvey, are we friends? No, we're not friends. So what do you think you're doing? And bro was attacking me for no reason. Like, I'm not even joking. He was coming for me. And I was like, you know what? Never mind. You know, like, we're good. I saw that he was trying to like start issues and stuff like that, drama. And then at the same time, like, people were coming next to me and they were like, chill. Yeah. I almost forgot. Another bouncer was standing outside. Man came to me and he was like, oh yeah, you need to chill. I was like, telling him to chill, your boss to chill. He's the one that's screaming. I'm not screaming. I'm just sitting here talking to him. I'm trying to like negotiate something. I'm trying to find, you know, make him realize that what he's saying does not make sense. I was telling him, like, imagine you come to Europe, you come to Belgium or something like that, and you want to enter a club and then they tell you, oh no, you can't enter because Asian people are known to, you know, I don't know, for fraud, so we no longer let them in the club. Bro, if that had happened, you would have seen bare people starting boycott Belgium, boycott this and that, you know what I mean? So I'm like, I need that same energy back. And he was like, no, I would totally understand. And I was like, would you really though? Would you really? We all know he would not. He would have thrown a fit together with other people. They would have been like, oh my God, this is such a racist country. And at some point, I just realized that, you know, there was no need in me trying to reason with that guy. You know, at no moment did I lose my cool, because I was okay, this is between brackets. Like, the thing is, the issue with it is that I feel like I'm not allowed to, you know, express my anger like I guess, like a local would be able to do, because it would leave a striking impression, because people would probably think, oh wow, did you see that black girl screaming at the manager and this and that? What the fuck? What the hell? Like, oh my god, is this how black girls behave? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if there are any black girls here, or I don't know, you know what I mean? But it's just like, you know, and you feel it in your veins that your actions is gonna have repercussions for other people after you, other people who look like you, who have the same skin tone as you. So as much as I wanted to lash out and I wanted to express my anger, I could not. I was held back. So, you know, I feel like I still handled it, you know, in the right way. Eventually, I was like, you know what, let's just drop this conversation and let's just move on. And he was like, and then at some point he was like, oh, but you can come in now. And I was like, so after you screaming at me, doing this and that, and telling me, are you happy now? This is what you want, this and that and that. And you think that me, I'm going to step foot in your club? Are you mad? Excuse me, I'm not coming. Chai, are you mad? Do you really think that I will step into your thingy after you treated me like shit like this? Do you know what I mean? Like, oh gosh. Now that these are like stuff that make me sad, but obviously it's not everyone. Like, I feel like it's important to remember that although these things happen, this does not reflect the whole country, I guess. It's not everyone. And like, also, I mean, it's not illegal. Although it's like morally incorrect, it's not illegal for them to do that, sadly. So yeah, and that was the one with that club. And then other like small experiences was another club in Hyundai. And basically what happened, I was on a night out with friends again, because, you know, we love friends. And we're just there. Basically, we were waiting, me and a friend, we were waiting for the first subway to go home, because, you know, broke life, couldn't afford a taxi. So we're like, okay, we're gonna wait for the first subway. And the first subway is around like, I don't know, 5, 6 a.m. So we're like, okay, what are we gonna do? Because I don't know, there was nothing really to do and didn't really want to eat. So trying to kill time. So we just went to a random club. Oh shit, my skin is dry. I was gonna do skincare actually. And we were just looking for somewhere to stay for a while. And at first we went and we were like with one guy, he's Asian. I think he's like Taiwanese or something like that. He's Asian basically. And another girl who's Korean but lives in America, is Korean American. And who else were we with? And then another Korean guy. And then it was me. And then this other, girl who's like half German, half Nigerian. Yeah. And so we went to the club together. I think there was someone else, but I didn't know that person, so whatever. But we went to that club together. Everything was fine. Listen to me. We got in. There was no issue. We went inside. What happens? We went inside. It was pretty packed and the music was not to my taste. So I was barely dancing and I was tired. I was just trying to kill time at that point. So people around us were dancing though. Remember this, people around us were dancing. And you know how when you're clubbing, when you don't really feel like dancing, you just barely move. You just do this. Just not to look like, just to make sure you don't look stuck up. So you're just like, so that's what I was doing. I was barely making any movement. I was like, because I wasn't even feeling the music that much. And eventually the other friends left. They said, oh, we're just gonna get a taxi. So they left. And we went up with them to say goodbye. So it was just left with me and a Nigerian German girl. And we were waiting outside, and then until they left, and then we're like, okay, let's just go back in. We tried to go back in, and the bouncer is like, sorry, you're not allowed back in. What? Excuse me? Oh my God, what have I done again? What did I do? I don't even know what I did. I barely danced. Ooh. So I'm just like, why? And they're like, yeah, something like we're not letting any more people in or something like that. I was like, what? Oh, the reason was we were dancing too hard. Yep. We were dancing too hard for their liking. Which really strikes me because I knew for a fact that I did not enjoy the music that much for me to go full out. I was not even going full out. For me, that was like barely moving. I was just doing this. So you're telling me that this is dancing too hard, where there is people around us and then they're like pushing and dancing, and you're telling, oh God, what type of injustice is this? I don't understand. So my friend, she had her T-Money card inside with a friend or something like that. And so she asked the guy, oh, can I go back in to get my T-Money? So she goes back in, and I'm waiting outside. And yo, listen, when I tell you at least 10 people got in, of course they were Korean. Of course they were Korean. They got in. They were letting them in. That place barely had any space, to be fair. And they were letting them in, and I was like, wow. This is crazy. So as she went in to get her T-Money, I think time was, I think it was like at least 4 minutes, and the guy thought that she finessed him. So he started rushing down to look for her and probably drag her out of the club. And then he saw that she was coming up, and then he pretended like he was not, Is these things that made me... Yep, it's these things that make me so discouraged. And I don't understand. And then the very last story, it's a very brief one, actually. Back to Itaewon, because I don't really like partying in Hongdae that much, to be fair. And we were in it. Man, I have dead skin. Sorry, give me a second. Okay. And basically, the last story is back in Itaewon again. And there is this other club. Not gonna say the name again because I'm not trying to get sued or anything. And that club in particular, it's very funny. It's very funny, actually. That club in particular, back in the days, back in 2015 and 17, when I used to go there, actually. I used to go there because my friends used to work in the bar. So they would be like, oh yeah, come, just chill, just chill before you go wherever else you want to go. And I was like, oh, okay. So I would go, and he would give me free drinks. So I was like, okay, we love free drinks, I'm not gonna lie. And last year, when I was there, back in like, I don't know, between February and July, August, yeah, I tried going there for old time's sakes. And also, like, a lot of my friends, my Korean friends, love going there. It's like the after party place, I guess. So I was like trying to go as well. Plus it's free. And these people literally had a sign a sign. They stuck it to their unapologetically saying, yeah, foreigners can't get in unless they pay 20,000. Hey, are you what? 20,000? First of all, you cost more than my favorite clubs, which does not make sense because you're tiny. You're tiny. And okay, I don't have anything with tiny clubs. Okay, I'm not shading the size. But just for this bad behavior, you don't deserve my 20,000. I'm not 20,000 for whoever. 20,000 is like, wait, in euros, how much is that? 20,000 won. Maybe 15 euros or something like that. Basically, you don't deserve my money. And they were like, yeah, they're right. Yeah, foreigners aren't allowed in for free. And then they state the reason, yada yada, because the staff feels like they wouldn't be able to handle them in case of trouble, like fighting and stuff like that, because they can't communicate in English, la la la. And so I was like, okay, I mean, you almost did something there. And then I'm like, me and my friend, we were like, yeah, but we do speak Korean, so how does it work for people who speak Korean? I mean, if there is an issue, we can communicate, like if there is an issue, we can communicate. So don't you think you could do an exception, please? Please? No? Okay. And they were like, no. They stood firm, and I didn't want to come over as problematic. So, I just let it be and I just left, But it was crazy. It's crazy. Because that same club I used to go in and they used to tell me, oh, come in. And then what happened? Now, what I've been hearing is that, oh yeah, apparently one of the stories was that these foreign girls were wreaking havoc inside that club. Apparently, like, they were standing on, I don't know, tables, taking bottles, la la la. Apparently they did bad. And then it's just like so frustrating that these group of people do something bad and then everyone is penalized. Everyone that is foreign is penalized. It's like crazy. Like, it's not fair. It just makes me feel so uncomfortable because, like, in the meantime, they be blasting foreign music, and I'm like, okay, maybe that sounds mean, but then just play trot music or something like that. How are you gonna be playing music? I mean, I'm not saying that foreign people own foreign music or something like that, but it's just like, it's so weird that yeah. I'm not saying I'm entitled to getting everywhere. That's not what I'm saying. But it's just, it doesn't sit well with me. It doesn't sit well with me to hear French music and you're not letting me in. But funnily, there was another time I actually went to that club last year. I wasn't alone. I wasn't with like one of my white friends or nothing like that. But I was with some Korean friends who, some of them DJ. So have you ever had any unwanted inappropriate touches from men in the Korean club? Okay, let me just finish what I was saying and then I'll answer this question. That's a good question. And I actually got into that club for free just because I was with those DJs. So basically that's it. You just need to know the right people to get into places. And actually sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it just doesn't work. But I feel like they were like, the Itaewon people, like the people from who they vibe in Itaewon. So that's probably why they let us in without questioning anything. But even like when I went in, it was just like everyone was just staring at each other. And I mean, barely anyone was dancing, but it was just like they looked shook to have, it was just it wasn't even a good vibe when I actually ended up going in. Do you know what I mean? Like everyone was just standing seriously, and it was very like packed, and so I don't know. Even after I got in, it was just like, yeah, okay. But yeah, there's been like mini stories like that here and there. But I just, I kept the crunchiest ones for this video. And maybe later on, I'll share some other experiences about me going out. But have you ever had any unwanted, inappropriate touches from men in the Korean clubs? Well, that is a very, very, very nice question. See, for me, I don't know why, but apparently on a night out, I'm very intimidating. Apparently, that's what I've heard. So no one has ever dared. Hi. No one has ever dared do anything inappropriate most of the time, but oh no, wait. I was almost forgetting this. No, but usually no one really approaches me because, I don't know, I'm not really tall. I think I'm 173 centimeters, 1 meter 73. So it's like, I don't know. I don't think they stare from across the room, but they usually never really make a direct move. But sometimes someone will pass and then they'll maybe like touch your bum or something like that. And I'm always like, and then they're like, oh, sorry. So personally, I haven't really gotten very inappropriate touches from men in those clubs because I just come over as a very intimidating person and no one dares to approach me. But I did back in my early days, like the very first time I went to Korea, I had a guy follow me around the whole Think about it. The club is like, I can't speak English all of a sudden. I want to say étage in French. The club is like, has 3 floors. Yeah, exactly. That has 3 floors. Man actually followed me. I went to the toilet. He was still standing in front of the toilet. I was like, and then he was also like coming close to me and my friends, and then he was like trying to join, and I was like, no, get out. But yeah, to be fair, like in my opinion, I mean, in my, I did not really have, unwanted, inappropriate touches. Maybe sometimes someone is like gonna graze past you or something like that. But in my, experience, they always apologize. So maybe they did it on purpose. I'm never gonna know. But it was fine. It was fine. So yeah, this is enough negativity, I just want you to, I guess what I want you guys to learn from it is that, I don't know, like just go with wary hearts, I guess. Just be prepared. I mean, it's so sad to say this, but just be prepared for some type of rejection. And please, although this is not something I should be asking, just, if they say no, then just move on. Just be the bigger person. And, unless you're like really good at Korean, you're not going to help your case by speaking in English or something like that. Unless you're good at Korean, don't even start. Just let it be. Just leave. There is plenty other places where you will have better music quality. Because that's my next point. Yeah, there's plenty of other places where you can get what you really need, and that has really cool people, and F these negative people and this and that. So this is like the second part of this video. The good. Obviously, there's a reason why I love going out in Seoul. There's a reason that outweighs all the bad. I just enjoy going out in Seoul because, first of all, the music, wow. If you go to the right places, the music is phenomenal. phenomenal. You'll be hearing tracks that you haven't heard in ages, because I don't know, I don't really go out a lot here in Europe, but usually it's really mainstream music and like electronical. But whereas like in Korea, you have like choices for everyone. You have clubs that only play K-pop for whoever wants K-pop. There is clubs that play you know, electronic music, stuff like that, techno. But there's also club for people who like R&B, hip hop, disco. There is actually so much variety. You have so much to choose from. This is what I love. I love having the choice. And also, like, you're not restricted to spend your entire night in one club. No, you can actually you can hop around clubs in one evening. Like, usually we would go to 3 places in one evening. Like, once we're tired of this one place, we'll just go to the other one, just chill at this place, la la la. This is what I love. The freedom to leave, the freedom to just hang in front of the venue. Do you know what I mean? This is what I love. And then the music is so good. Like, there are some really great DJs in Korea, in Seoul. They play some good type of music, and it's just like it makes me so happy and fluffy. And they're really open to like new genres, like the underground DJs. They're really open to new genres. They play Belgian music. They play French music. It's just so nice. Like, there is like a certain representation in music, and this is something I really respect. And I feel like it's sometimes, goes, how do you say it? Sometimes that's what it's lacking in Europe, if I could say. Because I feel like if you want to, I can only speak for Belgium and maybe England or something like that. But if you want to like listen to, a certain type of music, you really need to know. You really need to know the right people. Usually it's not even a club, but it's an event. It's a party. It's not even in the club that you're going to hear the good music. In the club, you hear the mainstream music. Whereas, I feel like here in Europe, it's very hidden. You can't really find it unless you know the right people. You're looking at the right places. You're checking Instagram, Facebook events, la 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 events. Whereas there, it's easier. It's easier to find like music that pleases you and this and that. And there are some really great clubs with the best experiences, with the best people, with the best DJs. I mean, I'm not trying to be biased because I'm friends with some DJs, but like it's for real. It's for real. Basically, it's for real. So I love music, and I love dancing. And I think all these negativity and, the people saying you can't go in because you're from this and that, it's like, it doesn't faze me, because I still know I still have these other options. Now, if I didn't have these options, that would have been a whole different story. You would have seen me making these videos a long time ago. But because I just don't focus on negativity, I'm ready to move on. And I'm just like partying I'm at places with my people, and we all have good vibes, and everyone loves each other, and we're enjoying the music, and everything's good, fluffy rainbows and sunshine. Wow, I've been talking for 43 minutes. Oh. What else did I want to share? Yeah, this is mainly what I wanted to share. Wow, this is something I've been wanting to talk about for so long. And I'm happy that I found the right way to approach the subject without being affected by the negative. Whoever suggested the bad first, thank you very much, because it really made me feel good. Like, now that I can like speak on the good, I'm just so happy, But yeah, anyone has any questions or something like that? Let me see. Now, honestly, The good just outweighs the bad. Wait, is there any questions I missed? No, I didn't miss any questions. No. Yeah, so that was it. That was my rant. These were my experiences. Oh, wait, actually, no, I'll leave it for another video. But yeah. What else did I want to talk about? Yeah, the nightlife. I spoke on the bad. I spoke on the good. Yeah, I guess this is it. But yeah, what can you expect from me in future videos? So I don't know. Not a question, but love your time. Oh, don't gas me. I look terrible today, right now. I wanted to do makeup before this live. Like, if you see, this is all my makeup. But me and my flatmate, we ordered Taco Bell, and I just ended up eating instead of doing my makeup. You know, priorities set on food. Oh gosh. But you know, like, taking it back to Itaewon class, I was so happy to see that, you know, they included that scene in the drama. It was so heartwarming. I felt understood, and I hope that these clubs, you know, reconsider these actions. And I can't be telling. It's so frustrating. I just want the world to be peaceful. I want everyone to love each other. I want us to buy my community. But you know, that's too much of an idealistic view on the world. So yeah. Nah, honestly, the Korean night scene. Let me continue hyping. Actually, whoop! Imagine your DJ is playing some Burna Boy, is playing some this and that. Imagine, oh, is playing your dance hall tracks. It's playing Afrobeats. This is what I love. They're onto their shit. Like, there are some really great DJs, and they're onto their shit, and they play some good music. Wait, should I suggest DJs or no? Okay, maybe next time. Maybe I can do a video on my favorite DJs in Seoul or something like that. Yeah. No, but listen. Despite these negative things I've talked about, I can never get enough of. I will forever gas nightlife in Korea, forever. It's just different. You actually don't even have to go to a club. You could just hang out in front of with your bottle of soju or something like that. You could just chill and enjoy your life. Yeah, something else that I really enjoy is that you can meet people. You can meet people from everywhere, but also locals. Because, you know, as I said, by staying in front of like a certain place and then just chilling with your friends, this is how you make new friends. I love this. The way you can bond with strangers in front of like your favorite club or something like that. It's just amazing. And then you're like, join the journey and let's just go to these places. And it's just, I love it. I love the dynamic. It's just so nice. It's just so nice, honestly. So yeah, that was it. That was my partying in Seoul, all the tea. I hope you're not disappointed in the tea. I mean, you know, yeah. So I guess I'm going to end this live, and you know, thank you so much for tuning in to these 5 people, 6 people. I don't know how many people came in, but thank you so much. Like, you don't know how much I appreciate Yeah. Although I may come over as really like, you know, confident, um, I have my insecurities, and you know, sometimes like I just start thinking, oh yeah, maybe no one wants to listen to what I have to say, although people ask. I mean, I'm always talking about this, but yeah, I'm just really thankful, you know. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. You know. Harvey, say goodbye. This is Harvey, our cow. So yeah, thank you for tuning in. I don't know, be on the lookout on my Instagram. That's where I'm most active. And yeah, till next time. So I'll be really aiming to post a video at least once a week, at least once a week. I want to try and post a video every single day in June, from June on. This is something I've been thinking about. And so if anyone has any suggestions, videos they really want me to do, please message me on Instagram, for example, and yeah, or you can comment it on YouTube, and I'll do my best to make these videos. I'm determined. I'm really trying to like have my channel be monetized by, you know, that would be nice. That would be nice. So yeah, thank you very much. Yeah. I'm so awkward. Okay, bye. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye. Okay. How do you end this? Yes, yes, yes. Okay.